In this low cost income stream video, I'm going to show you how to start a sustainable online business in the first month for less than $50. So the first thing you need is you need your domain name. This is like your address on the internet. So your domain name is where people will find you. It's basically, like you see in most websites, Amazon.com, that is their domain name. eBay.com, that is their domain name. So that is what a domain name is. There's a couple places you can go. The first one is GoDaddy.com for $12.99 a year. So that's an annual charge. So you only pay it once for the entire year. You don't have to pay for the domain name again. So there's two places you can go. One is GoDaddy.com. Another site is called LifeDomains.net, and it actually runs off the GoDaddy engine, and it is actually about $3 less currently than what it normally costs. It's actually through a GoDaddy reseller, but you're actually saving $3.02 a year on your domain name registration fee. Now those fees do not include right now the 18 cents ICANN fee, so the price may be slightly higher by 18 cents. But that price is subject to change depending on how the taxes change and how they do that. But you can, again, lifedomains.net or GoDaddy.com. They both run obviously off the same engine, both very reliable, and it's a great spot to get your domain. The next thing is this is where you get your web hosting. This would be the equivalent of paying rent. In some cases you pay rent for an apartment or for a house or for a condominium, a place to live. You are paying rent for server space so you can actually host your website files on the internet. So there's a couple places you can do that. HostGator.com is probably the most popular one at $7.96 a month, and that's just your first month fee. Another option, which actually uses, it's actually HostGator itself, but you can get it by going to getgator.com. And it is HostGator service, but you can actually use this coupon code if you use getgator.com. Use the coupon code TAKE25%, and you'll actually save 25% off your entire first bill. So if you pay for just 1 month, then you're going to get 25% off that. So you'll save a little bit on that first month even. Or a good hint is to prepay for your services for an entire year or for 2 years and really lock in the savings. So if you lock your hosting in for one full year, that's 12 months times about, let's say, $8 a month, so about $96. And if you're taking 25% off that, it's dropping your price to about $73 in that range, 70 to 75 in that range for you. And so what you're going to do, you're actually saving $25 instead of just maybe $1 off that first month. So you could actually use that 25% off and save yourself a full $25, making your hosting only about $6 a month instead of $8 a month. So if you have the funds, that would be an option. But again, we're talking about a $50 low cost income stream online business. I promised you at the start of this video, I'm going to show you how to start your first month in an online business for less than $50, including marketing. So if you choose to just go with HostGator.com at $7.96, that's completely fine, or use GetGator and save 25% off that initial amount. There's another site out there that's good for hosting called Bluehost.com, but it actually makes you pay right up front for the entire year. HostGator we like because it lets you string it out over multiple months. The next thing we recommend you have is that you have an autoresponder. An autoresponder of your very own is really good. It's a valuable asset. It's probably going to be the biggest asset for you, and you're going to find out why, because we value building your list. Building your list is essentially one of the most important elements you can do on the internet, is building up your list. So you can actually go out to aweber.com, and it's $1. It's your first month is $1, and then it's $19 a month. So for your first month, it's only $1, and if you want to continue using it, which obviously we do recommend, it's $19 a month. If you're in a position and that monthly $19 a month charge is bothering you at the moment, you could skip this step and get the autoresponder later and just continue using your free autoresponder, which could be found at listwire.com. So that would be completely up to you. GetResponse is another option for $15 a month, but they make you pay that right up front as well. MailChimp, they actually will allow you to have your first 2,000 subscribers completely free, so you can build your list up to 2,000 subscribers for free. But the only catch there is that there's no autoresponder feature. So you can't get the automatic delivery if you're going to use your autoresponder to launch your own products or to build your list up and have automatic delivery of your ebook or content. So that's something for you to keep in mind as well if you choose to go with MailChimp. That's why we like Aweber. It's kind of the leader in the industry and it's been around the longest. It's a good service to use. After that, MailChimp's prices do scale up. And keep in mind with most autoresponders, your prices will increase with more subscribers as more subscribers are added on to this. The next thing we encourage you to do as part of your initial expenditures for this first month is to earmark $25 to start building a Facebook audience, to start building an audience on a targeted Facebook page. So we want you to create a Facebook page and start driving traffic to it. The reason you want to do that is because it's going to give you a targeted group of people in a set location. It's your page, it's your platform, so that you can advertise your website to them, you could advertise your own squeeze page to them, and now you're able to market to these people, interact with them, and it's your first taste of spending a little bit of money on advertising so you can start to see a little bit of a return. So you build a fan page on Facebook and invest $25 in targeted ads. It's a really phenomenal way to go. Grow your Facebook page and really get out there and start profiting, with by doing ads on your Facebook page, putting affiliate links on your page, interacting with them, posting your videos on there. It just gives you another chance at exposure. And really the key here with this $25, you can build actually a halfway decent sized Facebook page depending on how you're targeting it. And we'll show you how to set up your advertisements for your Facebook page. But it really is going to depend on, the real focus behind this is we want to help you get into the mindset of how if you invest a little money in your business, you can actually see some sort of a return as far as seeing likes on your fan page and people engaged and interested in your content. You could also incorporate your opt-in form or put a link to your squeeze page as well, and that's really advisable. So the total cost for month one, if you're using Aweber for your autoresponder, is only $46.95. If you decide to go with MailChimp and decide you don't need the autoresponder feature, but you just want to build that list up initially, and you can still do broadcast messages to them, they do limit you to only 5 messages a month. So if you want to go with that and you're comfortable with that, you could do this for actually free on the autoresponder side, bringing your cost down to only $45.95. So for about $47, you can have an entire online business that's protected. The reason we do this is because if you have your own domain, if you have your own web hosting, you are actually protected from the free website providers like Weebly, Wix, Blogger, and other sources that could come along and say, hey, we don't like your content for whatever reason, and just shut you down for no reason. And if you read their terms and conditions, they have that right to do that. That's why we always encourage you at some point to get to a point where you have your content, your resources, your assets on your own domain. So you are building up and putting content on your own blog. And we really encourage you to have a WordPress site. We encourage you to set up a squeeze page. That's a really good, important part of this, is to have a squeeze page set up. Follow the training we have provided on setting up a squeeze page and get yourself a landing page set up, a free offer, and start building up that email list. Also, we recommend getting your own self-hosted WordPress blog set up. Blogging is a great way to get traffic. WordPress is an extremely powerful content management platform. It's a great way. It's got plenty of plugins, and there's a lot of good uses for WordPress. And so we do recommend you go this route as well. So get out there and start securing your online business by protecting it and building up your low-cost income stream.